Momo and his gang, knowing Momo and the entirety of Malaysia, they are the team that's always flexing, right?
Oh no, let's see how far this flex can go for Team Malaysia as they go up against Team Philippines. In this game of chess, it's Coach Pabs from Malaysia going up against Glindro of the Philippines. There goes the Kaja, the Eve, and the Joy, while Malaysia takes out the 1-1, the Glue, and the Fanny.
Yep, classic housekeeping for both sides now. You open up the Arlot while also opening up the, actually Joy's banned out Promise instead for Arcangel. So that is more likely to be on the support position. But again, you still have a lot of answers here on the side of Malaysia, like Zorn's Grok that could be picked up in the second phase. Arlot is still up. Valentina could also be an option just to be able to steal that Cult Altar from Arcangel. And also the Fredrin, just classic heroes all across the board.
Okay, so that could be a far the Farsa also there like but knowing Malaysia, they want to go Valentina against the Faramis, so might be securing that as well. And they also like the Claude a lot, but the Arlot, since it's open, it will be picked up.
Valentina.
Yep, typical coming up from Malaysia. Good answer.
This is the most fundamental draft.
Yeah. So
Of,
far,
of Seagame so far. We've seen so many variations, but we've seen this sequence actually so many times before. And I think this is classic for Malaysia. It's a good answer. And Philippines, their answers are limited here. Like you can pick up the Lancelot for Saison as early as now, but there's also the the chance of flexing out the Akais, even the Groks. So they go with a carry again. Rekishano special. We've discussed it before. Every time they get a chance to pick up the carry, they will do that, especially up against an Arlot. Because again, these backline access, it's hard to play it if you're against a carry.
Yeah, I would have said it will be Fredrin. That could be the answer for sure, because they now have the Faramis, so Faramis with Fredrin, a very massive combo. Then you also get the carry, so you're not that scared about the counters to this Fredrin anyways. I think that Malaysia, they might just resolve to a Melissa, because or a Claude, actually. Knowing that these two heroes going to be okay versus Fredrin-based comps. Of course, the Claude is going to be good versus Faramis, but overall, if you have the Melissa from the side of Malaysia, well, you may not have enough damage, but you win the lanes, you get those isolations with the Fire Structure, you're going to be A-okay.
And with that being said, you have to wonder, is Philippines as honest as they are with the carry? We mentioned that Chico guys is great on the Beatrix, right? So on point already, where we're about 5 minutes into the future.
All right.
What are the possibilities that the Filipino Canon actually picks up the Fredrin? Because what's that matchup like when he goes up against Momo here on the Arlot?
I think it's fine. It's doable. It's a lane that can be sustained. Basically, it's a wash lane. But as of right now, like if you're Philippines, Canon would likely not be comfortable playing this Fredrin,
He wants a lapse.
knowing that there's a Beatrix. I feel like Yuzong could be up there when it comes to contention,
Or
and
the
I feel like
Laps.
Malaysia, or the Lapu Lapu, because it's a it's a backline hero. But with Lapu Lapu, I think you have to be covering a lot of bases here, because if you jump in front line, if they have enough save for the Beatrix, you're not gonna be comfortable with that. Yuzong is a much bigger threat, because with that Black Dragon form, you don't really care about CCs, you don't really care about the range.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
for the entire duration of the ultimate, you can just force out a lot of mobility on the side of Malaysia.
Are you not considering the fact that maybe Team Malaysia is okay with the Yuzhong? Because that's a solid steal for the Prince of Mage, Izanami.
Yeah, that is true, but then again, you also want to take the Faramis ult.
Yeah.
I think that's a
I guess.
much better ultimate to have.
I like this.
Which kind of means that, because the Lapu Lapu can be copied, maybe the Lapu Lapu... I mean, if the Faramis Cult Altar is easier for a copy for Malaysia, that could mean that the Lapu Lapu should be the answer for Philippines.
Yeah.
Malaysia, good mans on the
Hayabusa has
Saison heroes. Yeah.
They're keeping them honest. They
Yep.
want to make sure.
They want to make sure. So Malaysia this time might consider with the Akai ban though. That's a massive ban for
Grok.
against Malaysia. Maybe they're left with Grok.
Grok
or-
Atlas.
Okay.
Like,
Lancelot,
go
okay.
Lancelot.
So you go Kufra Lapu Lapu here if
Yeah.
you're Philippines.
Go Kufra
Oh,
Lapu.
It's it. That's it.
I was gonna
That's
say,
it.
I was gonna say, with that Lancelot pick, I think you sealed the deal here.
Yeah.
For PH, you automatically have to go Kufra Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
Because imagine the turtle fight for the Philippines, just annoying the Lancelot. Chibi will not have a good time in the early game.
Yep.
Oh, you need the front line here. What do you think? Well, maybe Lolita for Malaysia. Or they go the Zorn special.
Grok.
They're going for the Cho.
Or the Cho, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
I don't-
ahead, Zorn him out.
Yep, Zorn them out.
I mean, if you pick Cho, I think the only target still is the Fredrin. I think you
The
go
best- yeah, yeah,
Grok,
yeah.
honestly, because you have a potential setup for the Beatrix. And also, it's a frontliner that can actually frontline instead of just pressure, threatening
How about
the jump.
Franco? Do they? Are they a team that will actually consider Franco here?
Yes.
It's bad. It's bad actually.
Against
but
Frost though. So they go Atlas.
Oh.
It is a Sorn hero.
Isn't that amazing that in this current meta game, given that Diggy is banned,
Yeah.
right? Heroes like Atlas come through, and even if there is the Franco, it's not banned, yes. Even if there is the Cho, even if there's the Grok,
Yeah.
teams like Team Malaysia actually go for that.
And it makes up for a very good game because no matter what happens, you have a win condition.
Yeah.
I always feel like Atlas is that kind of hero. Atlas and Franco, they're win condition heroes, right?
Yeah.
Meaning to say that if they play badly, you just don't have a win condition
Yeah.
anymore. But if you play well, you might do it.
You know, usually when you see Atlas, like most teams, most people would think that it's a great promise counter. I actually beg to differ, you know. It's kind of how the execution starts. It's just better with Atlas because he's the one setting up the team fights. You can actually force out the cult altar. But with this lineup from Malaysia, it's actually even better because they have their own cult altar as well. So even if Arcangel changes his dynamics here, if they're the ones who are playing aggressive, even if you force out the Fatal Links coming up from the Atlas, they have their own reset. They have their own cult altar inside of Malaysia.
Yep. And with that, we go into the Land of Dawn. Let's set the pace. Why not? Game 1 in a best of 5 between Team Philippines and Team Malaysia. Once more for the gold. Looking at Team Malaysia, look at this. They picked up a page out of Team Philippines. Recently concluded MPL Philippines playoffs. That's a double XP start.
Yep, the support on the XP lane. Just make sure that he has enough XP to leave the wave in the middle lane on the 4th wave, I think.
That's
for
the
turtle.
idea.
Yeah, five level 4 heroes.
Yep. And essentially what it does is it kind of helps your roam heroes that aren't that good when it comes to clearing wave alone. Like Atlas for sure, with the Valentina, they can clear out waves very quickly, right? But Atlas alone, there will be a lot of HPs left on the minions. That's why you want to go for that start. And then you purchase the roam afterwards. So this is actually a Season 11 Blacklist rotation.
Yep, especially with the Atlas level 2. It's actually very,
Oh.
really good.
Check mid. Izanami.
Okay. Wow, we
mean-
literally did not see what happened, but oh my, that's an Arcangel special, by the way. And interestingly, he didn't have a flicker, but he was able to get a kill. What happened
Also,
there?
what's worse, Izanami, he used
Yeah,
his.
he used Flicker. Like,
Wow, what
that
happened?
was
I wonder.
that was a big question mark there.
Whoops.
Saison starting up top. There's the taunt. They don't have enough damage for now, but they do have pokes. This sets them up for the next turtle fight.
I think what happened in mid lane was Izanami trying to get a poke damage over to
Maybe.
Arcangel to get more XP, but Onigo was there. He was
Whoa!
Oh, the hooks and the
Mistimed!
tips! And look at that! Has to use the ultimates. It's a Phantom Execution out, which means that Philippines will have more tools heading into the next turtle fight. Arcangel just poking through, not letting Soren get level 4, needs to get out, and there's Saison.
Oh, the hold.
Controlling the turtle.
The hold.
They will be holding on to it. Onigo connects and Chibi goes down. They want to go for more. In comes the Fam Skull Altar. They take the turtle and they get more kills. It's going to be a double kill for Team Philippines. They snag Izanami and now Arcangel in trouble. Or
What?
is he? He's not. The taunt. Good from Philippines. Triple kill from Canon. My God, Saison.
2 minutes and a half in, 4-0. Both teams very familiar with that scoreline. Interestingly enough, whenever you have a big fight like that, you usually choose, right? Do we turn or do we go for the objectives? Team Philippines said all of the above.
Oh my goodness, you couldn't ask for a cleaner fight for Philippines. That setup, Saison with the hold, Onigo with the jump flicker. By the way, he flickered when he was under the bush. So the Lancelot did not see the jump. And Soren, even though the flicker, Fatal Links was there we go again, the reset from the Cult Altar. If you layer it that way, that actually benefits the Philippines because they will always get the reset against the Atlas.
Also, Arcangel, I'm pretty sure was fine taking the L there. He sacrificed himself, but still he got away with it.
Get away.
Giving no quarter to Team
Yeah,
Malaysia.
the timing of the eruption as well
Yep.
from the Fredrin.
Saison just on point as well. You can argue that the entirety of Team Philippines are very much okay with whatever they're doing right now. They're super duper on point, which means that they are now leading 1,000, 2,000 gold, and they want to go for more. Chico guys already using the ultimate. In comes Nico. Ultimate connects onto Zorn. Zorn out so easily for Team Philippines.
Oh, he's the one who gets Zorned out here. Again, I understand why Zorn was a little too deep. He was helping draw a line between Team Philippines, 3-man, and his gold laner Chico guys. So, what does that open up? The top lane, Canon!
Canon is going to be low for now. Terrify does not connect. Izanami, not enough range for that. Saison staying in here. Not much that he can do for sure on his lonesome, but that means that other parts of the map are opened up for Philippines.
This is a classic Philippines playstyle. Even though you are playing with the gold lane that scales towards the late game, if you get momentum in the early start, you start putting the pressure yourselves. So Malaysia, they're not able to find these recovery fights because the way you recover with this lineup is you actually fight into Philippines. But if Philippines are the ones setting up the the tempo here, if the fight starts on their own terms, it's hard for Malaysia to actually fight back.
Speaking of fighting their own terms, Fire Slash already connects. What? Chibi! Theft, Grand Theft Auto. Nomo connects with a 2-man style but will be taken out. That's the only exchange. And Chibi making things happen for Malaysia.
Grand Theft Turtle. That's why for the better part of the past 2 years, Chibi has been on top of the charts in taking major objectives.
Oh, you can now feel some of the damage coming out from Team Malaysia. Wonder if it will be enough. They will be just clearing out some of the minions, and of course, Philippines will just be super duper annoyed that happened, but they are still leading by a lot.
And he did that against a level 7 Fredrin as well, while he was only level 6. So Chibi, even though the Phantom Execution did not hit, I think Saison committed the retreat too early because he saw the animation from the Lancelot.
The conceal play, they want to go for a play onto the purple. There's the stun, but in comes the Ferris taken out by Malaysia. The counter from Team Philippines, they want to jump. Carnon connects onto the drug of the marksman. Chico guys not going to be taken out because Momo was there to stop the combo from Cannon.
That was an oopsie from Malaysia. They committed the Fatal Links when the Cult Altar expired from Philippines. So essentially nobody was hurt because the Nibiru's passion was there. So when you clear out these HP from the Philippines, they're stunned. You cannot do anything against them. And after that, the Philippines was like, okay, we'll just reset.
1 second invulnerability, but that meant that you're suppressed. Still, that did not go in favor of Team Malaysia. But Chico guys will be picking up the Blade of Despair now.
Yeah. Chibi was the sad guy there because Purple Buff was stolen from him.
Yeah.
But so far still, you can say Malaysia holding on, looking for a play up top.
Cannon terrified now, but in comes the damage coming up from Chico guys. They will be able to take out the turret. While that happened, critical for side of Chico guys to get out of there, and they will be able to get out after taking a turret up top.
Yeah, again, Philippines just fighting the economic battle here against Malaysia. They know, they understand that they have a carry on their lineup. They're meant to scale towards the late game. Now it's the timing of Malaysia. These are the times where their heroes are usually strong, so you don't fight into them. Just look for answers, look for trades. And the way that Philippines is playing right now, they let the Beatrix be on the top lane while Rekishano is just secures a lot of farm in the bottom lane.
Saison holding onto the turtle. There's Cannon as well. Mind sweeping for now. He's going to be committing the ultimate onto Chibi. Didn't damage. 1,000. They're holding onto the turtle this time. The ultimate does not connect, but in comes the retribution. It will be secured by Saison. Cannon just zoning out Chibi, and it was more than enough for Philippines to take the objective.
And that whole time, there was a skirmish in mid that got a kill onto Arcangel. Came back because of the stacks, obviously. But look at this quick rotation by Malaysia. They're recovering so quickly. They're pressuring bottom lane. And look at Izanami. He picked up the right ult. I wonder if they can find an angle. Oh, no. Looks like Team Malaysia might actually be playing maybe 2 minutes into this game. I'm saying that because I don't expect them to win anything that they don't initiate on 2 minutes from now.
Yeah, a great coach once said when you're playing with this kind of lineup that's meant to be aggressive and you don't get it. Oh, Onigo.
Onigo connects, but that forces the stolen. Comes Canon. They want the Fatal Links, but it will not be enough. They might take out Chico guys. No, the save coming out from Izanami will be there. The Terrify connects onto the Crucial members of Philippines. No one dying for now. And a lot of explosions happening.
The Malaysian M all-timer lives. You know what they say, right? Chico does not fear death. Death fears Chico, guys.
But again, that moment when suppression hits after the Cult Altar expires, it actually benefits Team Philippines because the Nibiru passion was there again. But the damage it's not covering the HPs of PH. And if you force skills like that, if you force fights like that from Malaysia, after which they need to recover, they need to wait for the next spells, you're giving space towards the scores on the side of Philippines, and you're happy with that because right now Philippines is leading by 3.2k gold, 3.2k gold, and Rekishano's getting all the farm in the world.
Bravest fighter gonna be committed by Cannon as well as the Fatal Links from the left side. They connect on the stun of the Chico guys, no damage just yet. In comes Saison connecting with a taunt, but that's only the Atlas, and they get out.
They're not fully committing here in PH.
Not committing. Momo is here, but it
still
will not be
waiting.
enough. Zorn actually. You have to be careful about the usage of the spells now.
They're just waiting for the Lord, PH.
Yep.
Oh, Nigo!
Nigo, that's a prime target, and they have the damage from the carry. Phantom Execution to get out, and they will just take the turret instead. They will not connect the taunt onto Momo. Final Slash committed as well with the Terrifies coming out from Izanami. Saison still wants blood.
Ouch!
Bracer's Wrath, not gonna be enough damage. But they do zone out the members of Malaysia, and that might be Lord.
Because of the aggression of Team Philippines and them being a step ahead, and Team Malaysia actually, I'd say what, in this case, entertaining some of those skirmishes, the 2-minute timer from earlier is now extended to maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
It's so difficult because, again, as you fellas mentioned, Team Philippines here starting up a Lord
Yeah.
dance. They are, how do I say, a very ult-reliant lineup.
It's a, it's a 3-step process for Philippines. Oh, as you say that, Canon.
Canon taking a lot of damage, has to commit the ultimate just to get out.
Oh.
They're still holding on to the Lord this time. Unigo holding on to that very long bush up top. They will let go of it for now, especially because of the fact that Canon needed to just regen for
being a lapu-lapu,
That's a strong position for Team Malaysia. I wish they held that river bush.
But they can't. They have to mind the minions for
Right.
now. In comes the zone out. Should be a free Lord.
Chibi? Okay.
Chibi not in time. Philippines will take the first Lord of the game.
Again, this is a very good process being done by Philippines. It's 3 steps, just fight on your own terms, do not commit to carry, let him farm, and prioritize objectives. These are instrumental to the success of Philippines right now, constantly getting these resources on the map and amounting to the success that they've had is the gold lead. It's 4.4k right now. It's not much, but again, this was a game where Malaysia's lineup is definitely more aggressive on the early game, but it did not happen.
Oh!
It goes to Fatal Links onto one. Bennett Surge as well. Damage onto Nigo. Nigo goes down. Canon wants to still fight this with HP. Connects onto 3 and stays up with the taunt. The follow up the call out the camera from Philippines. They have the damage this time. Malaysia needs to get out. They will, but not for Momo. Now Chibi gonna be caught as well. My God, Philippines off the back of Canon once again.
That's a free trade, far as I'm concerned. A roamer for a jungler and an XP laner, plus a Lord in mid. All the way, they take it.
All the way.
Canon once again
Wants to go for the zone out. They take out the turret in the middle. And that's a massive win for Philippines. Learning from their past mistakes, they will not push through and just go up top.
Oh my, we are seeing the lapu-lapu again from Canon, the MVP performance in M2. And this is why he was feared and respected back then. That performance, that flicker play, that ultimate of Bravest Spider caught 3 heroes. And mind you, they were under the cult altar at that point. And when he was able to break the additional layer of HP, they were suppressed. And that was beneficial for Philippines because guess what? Other heroes on the side of Philippines were still catching up. And that window was enough for PH to actually get there and land their spells.
It basically neutralized that window of opportunity for Malaysia, closing that gap. I agree with y'all, fellas. And I think the rest of the world agree right now watching the 30-second SEA Games. Canon, also known as Flap TZ, is experiencing a career renaissance. This young man has won the hearts of many when he won the World Championships in the 2020 World Championships. Now, dear Lord, now he's a whole nother beast. I could have sworn he was breaking the laws of gravity with that flicker Bravest Fighter play.
That's why I mean, particularly for Philippines, the way that they approach Faramis-based comps, in this case, it's a Valentina that steals or copies the Faramis ult. You have enough damage with the Lapu-Lapu and enough crowd control so that after you deal the damage with your swishes, everybody stand up, you can chain it together with your Bravest Fire. It's telegraphed.
And Momo's having a hard time. Like, how do you actually utilize the Arda? With that being said, like, do you actually start the fight? Because that has been the key for Malaysia. Momo has been the one starting the fight here against Philippines. Most of the time, it's PH. But Momo is in the front line. Now, how do you deal with Arcangel being disciplined with a trigger share on the Cult Altar? Do you use
Super
the
disciplined.
final slash with the Cult Altar, and then when they get suppressed from Nibiru's Passion, then you set up the Fatal Links? But even that, it's hard to do because right now for PH, during the Cult Altar, Malaysia does not stand a chance because Rekishano, he deals so much damage now.
Lord number 2. This one is turret clash. Onigo looking for an angle. Does not find it. Gonna be poked by Team Malaysia. From the right side, that's Chibi and Saison just manning up against each other. Gonna be holding on to the Lord
Onigo.
for now.
Wait.
Onigo, Chibi. Not enough dashes. In comes the Fatal Links onto Saison. Saison! Gonna be dodging the Bennett's Rage. Massive amount of damage gone. Momo gonna be caught with the ultimate. Coming up from Nigo. That's gonna be Momo out.
The
Expert
hold!
holding on to the Lord now. Not gonna be reset. Chibi still wants to fight.
Wait.
This Chibi low. Chibi taken out. And the Lord taken by Philippines as well. Retribution for Philippines.
Throughout the whole engagement, you have to give credit to Team Philippines for keeping the Lord where it needed to be.
Exactly.
Because I could have sworn Malaysia had more than just a 50% chance if they kept Chibi alive.
That was annoying for Malaysia, honestly. Saison, the amount of times that he was able to hold the Lord again, because he went back and forth. He was like, okay, I'll threaten the reset. Malaysia comes in. Okay, I'll hold the Lord again. Even Sorn committed the Fatal Links, and all while everything was happening on the Lord fight, Momo's
Onigo.
caught guard. Onigo.
There's the isolation. Fatal Links. Not gonna be used for now. In comes the Bennett's Rage for the clear. Zorn gonna be super duper low.
damage.
Get out for now. Lord knocking onto the base. Top lane turret taken out. Philippines are just winning.
Oh,
Team
Canon!
fight Scanner connects onto 2. Again, no stolen Cult Altar for now, as it has already been expired. Philippines gonna be disciplined yet again.
Oh my goodness, Philippines. These fights have been on their terms, and the target selection has been really, really on point. Onigo again.
Oh, Onigo again! Doesn't have the ultimate, but in comes the Cult Altar coming out from Philippines. They take out Chibi nonetheless. Great initiations coming out from Philippines, connecting, and they will get 1 kill in the turret. Still, no minions. For now, Philippines will hold back.
Despite all that's happened in the past couple of minutes, Team Malaysia are doing well at clearing the waves. They understand that, throughout this 15-minute bout, they have been behind. They have been losing a lot of these engagements. I'm pretty sure that's an understatement given the 11-2 score line, 10K ahead that Team Philippines is at. But just the fact that they're inside their base, this might actually change things because they do have an Arlot, and that's Momo piloting said Arlot. Dare I say, now is the best time that they can go for a comeback. Better than ever outside their base. Because I think Team Philippines have them checkmates when they're checking these bushes.
Well, the thing about Malaysia's lineup is, yes, they have an Arlot. They have the capabilities of taking out heroes on the side of Philippines. But your main win condition here is you taking out the carry. And Rekishano's positioning has always been on point. He never goes in. He lets Canon go first. He lets Onigo go first. And when Malaysia engages, that's where the time Rekishano can actually go inside. Because there's 2 resets here. One is the Cult Altar. Two is the Purified that the carry can use. That was an amazing moment there. Onigo almost predicted the Lance of dashing in.
That was an anime.
That was Ultra Instinct,
That
right?
was an anime level engagement there. They collided.
They almost, but Chibi
Almost.
still managed to get the Little Wonder, which was amazing to think. Chibi using the turtles for some of the dodges. And at this point, Arcangel packs up a punch. You saw how much damage he dealt to the tanks a lot.
Steady game for both sides. Malaysia, again, you need to look for this carry. That's your main win condition. Majority of the damage of Philippines is coming out from Rekishano. But one big problem that they have is, number one, how do you actually go in? Who pops Purify? And how do we deal with Canon just jumping on the Matrix?
We'll see. Anyway, the Lord number 3, 17 minutes in. Blade Armor now picked up by Momo. Didn't have enough sustainability in the previous Lord fight. Chibi just literally walking in front of Team Philippines. And that means that Onigo will have the angle. Phantom Execution gonna be Saison connects with that, but that is gonna be Retribution. Canon gonna be stand up. But Team Malaysia being poked will be backing away for now. They'll be waiting for the angle to once again fight under the Lord. But, of course, with the minions pushing up against them, Philippines might have just won the territorial battle.
Yeah, they saw the Matrix top lane and the Valentina as well. Saison is rocking that jungle emblem with the Retribution cooldown, so he will have it, and he does not even need it as they get the Lord here for Philippines.
It's clear. I think even now at 18 minutes, Team Philippines were a little short to claiming an evolved Lord. I think the fact that Team Malaysia called it off is the best call here.
Yeah.
They can't win that. They tried, what, twice in a row already, and it just didn't work out. I'd say I still stand by the fact that they should fight inside the base.
Okay.
That's your best win condition for Malaysia. That's the best chance that you can fight into the carry because inside the base, you actually see Rekishano.
Yep. You see Rekishano, and it's safer for you because you know where all the other members of Team Philippines are.
Oh, Jigo!
Nigo with the conceal play. Might find Maumo this time. Will not connect for now. Zorn looking for an angle too. No Fatal Links used just yet. Saison. Taunt onto Momo. Damage dealt. But the entirety of Team Philippines not going to be enough for now. Izanami able to find that cult altar. Unigo misses once more with the Thorn Rose just dodging it. Taunt also will not connect. They have another set of minions in the middle. Where's the quick clear? Chibi is going to be starting it up. Fatal. Oh, it's going to be the fire sword, but in comes Unigo. Dodge. What's the sword? Connects on the two. But in comes the cult altar from Philippines. They want to fight. Cannon goes down. They want to go for more. Saison and Unigo going to be low. In comes the flicker from Chico. They find another kill. They cleared the minions. And Malaysia survives.
They are more than just successfully defending. They are actually on the board. Pantang Mangala. They are hard to kill.
Ooh, 2 kills. These are crucial. Onigo and Kanoa in 30 seconds without these very important heroes.
Oh, setters! 5 slash to Arcangel goes down. Has the stacks for now. Ingo Saison in the middle. Retribution used just to clear out the minions. And Malaysia will be able to take a turret.
Oh, Saison?
Saison actually finds Momo this time. Zorn threatens for the frigid
Fatal
threat.
Links!
Fatal Link's gonna be committed. They have Chico guys
Oh!
fatal. My goodness, fire slash to the
Chico!
total backlash. Chico with the wind of nature survives. Archangel is down. Rekitiano will be able to clear it out.
Oh, what an engagement, an extended team fight that Malaysia just kept barreling on through. They langared on through mid lane, and they shrank the gold lead.
Yeah.
Now down to just 4K.
That jump from Onigo was heavily punished. He went in, flickered onto the backline, and Soren was like, okay, this is finally the win condition for us. He sees the backline on PH without protection, and Kanon was kept in check. So he did not have to worry about the protection onto the Beatrix. He just went in. And again, this is the layering that you want from Malaysia. You start the fight with a Fatal Links first. As the Cult Altar is put on by Arcangel, you can actually reset the fight with your own Cult Altar. Izanami was actually on point on that fight as well.
So now was that a gut check? Because checking the battle spells, Team Philippines, they didn't use any of those purifies. Everything just happened too fast. So now, does this mean, luckily it's not too late, will this mean Team Philippines will be more liberal when they say, you know what, I feel a Fatal Link's coming on, I'm going to purify?
Well, I think at this point, you have to be really careful with your position as well. It's not just a battle spell usage. You have to look at where Zorn is. Because even if you say that you have Purify, that little hold might amount to Momo actually getting a beautiful final slash onto the heroes that Zorn catches.
Lord number 4, Chibi, holding on to an aggressive bush. And right now will actually show himself out there. Lord at 70% HP for now. Look at how Zorn and the rest of the gang are positioned. They want to go for a concealed play for sure. And this means that they need somebody has to clear out the minion wave in the middle. Saison just getting the Lord aggro for now, making it so difficult for Malaysia to position themselves here.
This is favorable for Malaysia. He does not have immortality on the Fredrin. Saison, well, he does have the gold, but he does not have the wings at the moment. So getting a kill onto the Fredrin will be crucial. Onigo as well does not have immortality. And you start looking at Malaysia, they have wings!
Have wings indeed. Here's the conceal play. We're gonna for the Lord fight now. Saison gonna be spotted. Penetration not gonna land. This time Izanami takes the Lord. In comes the brunt of the damage from Philippines from backlines. Cult Altar gonna be used, but they're now stunned up. And in comes the counter from Malaysia with their own Cult Altar. They don't kill Chico Expert up with that Bracer Strat. Connects, forcing the taunt, the layering of stuns from Philippines. It now will take out 2 members or 1 member of Team Malaysia. There's low. Arcangel low as well. Momo gonna land the fire slash to take him out. But that's the immortality only gets out. On the other side, Chibi, you can see, gonna be chased down by Rekitiano. With the Lord in there, they have to take care of this. Bottom lane gonna be cleared as well. This could be another reset.
That's Malaysia's 6th man, forcing Team Philippines to respond. That is a great call from Malaysia, a gambit that they were willing to play off of. And if Team Philippines didn't know better, we might as well be going to game 2.
Yeah, it went down to 50-50. The layering of spells benefited Malaysia, and the junglers were were in no good position to try and actually contest the Lord for themselves. Onigo actually messed up the ulti flicker combination, but they were still able to fight Malaysia as Onigo bounces back with a Tyrant City Rage flicker onto the Beatrix, catching Chico guys off guard.
Oh, wow. Team Malaysia, again, more than just on the board now. Despite being a 12-7 in 23 minutes, 30 seconds, they are actually ahead. They have a small lead right now, about 700, 800. Something to note, it's come to the point where now, this next word coming up in about a minute and a half.
Oh.
There's no Curse Helm. Oh!
Onigo gonna be spotted, and they have the damage. Beatrix prepares for the Nibiru's passion. It's gonna be enough. Cult Altar can be used now by Arcangel. Sword, because of this, they want to fight. There's a suppress onto Arcangel, and there's the damage as well. They take out the Fire Mist, and they want more. Saison is gonna be there to Ganon with the damage. Now chasing up the Chico guys. They take him out, but they do lose their carry as well. Kanon, the only one left. In comes the Fatal Links to connect onto two brawlers coming out from Philippines. Now still wanting to fight. Kanon! Suppression with their touch and the counter final slash. Kanon from Saison. It connects. They still lose Lapu-Lapu. Saison super low, but does have the immortality for now. Arcangel finally is in here after the passive has kicked off. Izanami damage output is enough. Arcangel saves the day with that kill. Saison against 2 needs to get out and will successfully do it.
All right, we need a breather. Team Philippines, Team Malaysia, they swear they could go on forever. Midnight War just happened.
Well, what happened was when both sides lose their gold laners, it becomes the brawl of the fighters. Actually, very crucial jump in from Momo. He was able to catch Rekishano on the back line without the Wind of Nature, which Rekishano's already popped. He was able to take out the carry. While Philippines Canon getting that crucial kill as well, that jump on Chico guys, he was not expecting that at all. And the damage output was also off the charts. But Momo, this Arlot, is starting to hurt alongside Izanami on this Valentina.
And because of that skirmish, that brawl that extended from the mid all the way into the purple buff of Team Philippines, we're back to a scramble. This is a scaled-up Lord. I believe this is the strongest Lord could ever be now at 25 minutes.
For sure.
It's capped.
Rekitiano, Saison, Onigo with a concealed play.
Onigo going for Chibi. They have the damage for now.
the
Look at that, but Chibi is able to survive. No immortality. And in comes Zorn.
Zorn?
But he is super low. Gonna be able to use the Fatal Links. Not gonna be enough. In comes the Cult After from Philippines. Out of the backlines. Saison fights Chico guys. That's gonna be massive for Team of Philippines. Now Momo wants to go for the Haymaker, but it will not be enough. The desperation play coming out from Malaysia did not pay off. Only 2 remains. Malaysia on the brink of losing this game.
There's just 2 defenders left for Team Malaysia.
Onigo just keeps... Onigo!
He's keeping Chibi busy!
He's not letting the last hitter go home!
Oh, Izanami against the world as far as he's concerned. This is the hardest defense he could ever go for. Called Altar, he spent it, and that's it! Woo. Team Philippines with their first win against Team Malaysia in all of this year's SEA Games.
Bar that you have to, like, you wait for it to go up.
Like a gauge.
Trigger it,
Like a perfect
gauge.
timing, yeah.
But once you already use the gauge, it slowly goes back.
Well, is that
It
not...
gets drained.
Yeah, is that not just the concept of, I think, psychologists or
Yeah, that's true.
or
That's
life
true.
coaches would consider your willpower reserves, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
more
willpower
decisions you
reserves.
make throughout a day, the more tired you are, the more willpower you expend.
Yeah.
So you're saying the superstar triggers should trigger in end games?
Yes, ideally.
Yeah,
And I think that's what happened between Team Philippines and Team Malaysia the first time they met.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
I think
Very true.
superstar trigger was on Zorn, twisted the game around. I mean, turned the game around. But Saison on the latter part had a
that's right.
superstar trigger of his own. Like,
was
again,
reserved.
if you were Zorn, like, you would still ask to yourself to this point, why was the Fredrin walking past me?
It's still War Flash
that's
Mouse until now. It's like, what?
What?
Yeah.
Is that really a thing?
That can't be right. But Team Philippines are gonna be on the red side right now.
Yep. They got that 2-pick swing.
Exactly. So, Iban Kaja, you open up Arlot
Arlot, yeah.
and Valentina, which Malaysia really likes. And to be fair, Izanami, the timing of the usage of the Cult Altar, right?
Oh, yeah.
was was okay. It was it gave a lot of victories to Team Malaysia.
Yep, they don't call you the Prince of Mage if you
Prince of
can't
Mage.
play
Yeah.
a Valentina the way he did.
He's an amazing Valentina player, I would say. And
right.
I think if you're Malaysia, you go Valentina here.
Or Fredrin? Oh no,
See?
Because you get, the final slash from what's coming
Yeah.
on the side of Philippines. But the question is Philippines picking Arlet? Because
Yeah.
it looks like they are
They
are
go
willing
Fredrin
to
carry again.
Well, you can go. Actually, Eve is open.
Yeah,
for
Eve is
Arcangel.
open. But they might just third pick that and maybe just get the Fredrin here just
Yeah,
because of
that's
how
true.
hot Saison is. And what I like about the Fredrin is that
There you go.
it's a flex pick, right? Oh, it's
an
Arlot.
It's an Arlet carry.
Okay.
More likely to be an Eve third pick,
Hmm.
if that's the case. Unless you want to go the Arcangel route with Julians, Gershons,
Yep. Kadita.
Kadita. So, actually, that's a good.
Yes,
That's a good point.
Yep, those are less incentive for Izanami to pick up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
From
would
there,
s-
you just want to get the final
Yeah,
slash.
yeah.
I would say for Malaysia right now, you're more inclined to get the Grok over the Atlas. Because I think the main problem with Atlas earlier is that they don't have that jump on the early game. Because with Atlas, you get purified. With Grok, even if you purify it, the hold is there. I
Yeah.
mean, that little hold. And the damage as well. So
Yeah.
it kind of adds to what Malaysia would have had
Yeah.
in game number 1.
And with Grok, you rarely see it coming.
Mark.
Yeah.
It's more often just like, boom,
Matrix there.
here we are. Now Malaysia closes up their first phase
You go
with
Eve.
a
You go Eve.
Bea and a Martis. Is this a preemptive Martis? Are they expecting the Fredrins or like
I think so.
pick up the Martis?
They're expecting
Yeah, I
Fredrin, Akai, and the Lancelot.
But I think that, this draft coming out from Team Malaysia, save for the Valentina, but it's a 50-50. You go Eve here, or Farsa if you're... Like,
Or
actually,
Hellkurt. Or Hellkurt.
I'm thinking
No,
about...
I'm just kidding.
How about... Philippines, knowing Philippines, they might even just consider the Farsa, right? But it's
Oh,
Franco.
Interesting. Because
Franco carry. That's the combo.
most people would be kind of wary with the Martis when you pick the Franco. But this time around, I think it's kind of forgiven considering that you are also removing some heroes away from Malaysia because the Beatrix is on the other side.
yeah.
And also, it's a hold that can be utilized alongside the Arlot. Like if you use the Bloody Hunt against the Martis, somebody has to deal with the Franco. But when you have to deal with the Franco, you group up with the Martis. It sets up for an amazing
Yeah.
final slash.
I like the ban of the Atlas though, because they already have the Franco anyways,
Yep.
and they're gonna be a-okay with that. You're
Grok
forcing
as well,
Zorn,
too.
yeah. You might just ban out the Grok afterwards because I believe it's not only Team Philippines who utilize the Grok versus Franco.
Yeah.
Because you have that flicker wall charge to really
Cambodia did as well.
That was
With
Cambodia
Odo.
and Myanmar.
You're
Good
just much
ban.
faster.
Very good ban coming from Malaysia.
Kadita Eve, most
Yep.
likely.
Yep.
And Grok Atlas. I mean Atlas Grok for Philippines. Or actually Kufra. Oh, they respect.
Yeah,
So
Zorn.
they'll-
That was a respect ban.
So they'll allow the Grok.
What
Yeah.
if they pick up the Grok?
XP?
No, put in the jungle.
Jungle?
No, not
Okay.
Skill.
That's
Very
a little too
unlikely.
much.
I think Yakai is a much better
I
pickup.
think picking up Grok against Martis is
Yeah.
like Harakiri.
And also Valentina. And also Valentina.
And also Valentina.
Yeah.
It's a Harakiri.
All right. So yeah, let's not do that. But Malaysia, you can man out Eve, surely.
Value in me.
Fredrin. Okay. But that means Philippines will just pick up Akai.
Yeah. Although it's a viable matchup for the for Malaysia because you have Valentina and Martis.
Lancelot's out.
Lancelot's out too. I don't.
For the record, Leo actually went like literally beside my ear to say that even when I can fully hear him from a distance.
Yep.
Yep.
Just as a visual image.
Yeah, just a visual
I'm
image.
just saying,
of
man.
The emphasis of the
Hellkurt.
Lancelots.
I know. You don't know.
Oh, Hellkurt.
Hellkurt.
You
Last
are
pick.
great. So
Yeah.
you pick up something like Eve now.
You pick Eve,
Yeah.
then you go Hellkurt.
Get the
Or
mid laner
or
Farsa.
And keep him thinking.
you want something something different. You go Julian. Julian is a good matchup against Valentina and Martis.
It is my mission
Okay.
to banish all
It's a Lancelot. Yeah, that's a
Lancelot.
Lancelot.
What I say.
That's
Yeah.
Leo.
What I say.
Yeah.
That's again for context,
yeah,
for
for
visualization.
Yeah.
Leo again.
Literally near my ear. Yep.
So I think Philippines they're still eyeing at the Eve last pick
Do you pick up Kufra here if you're Malaysia
sure.
or just Grok?
for sure.
Either or.
I think you go Kufra. It's counter engage. You already have Martis frontline.
Yeah.
But I would understand if they want to get Grok and just stand on gold lane
Yeah.
all day.
There's a benefit to go for something like a Yu Zhong here for Team Malaysia along the way.
Natalia.
Natalia and Yeah, actually, Natalia and
Okay.
and double down with Benedetta, actually.
Now, here's the thing. I know Zorn is amazing, but I don't think Natalia works here.
Yeah.
This is the
Let's see.
Emperor's order.
Wait!
Winsitar. No, it's
Okay,
a
okay.
That's a Romakai!
Yeah, it's a Romakai.
And the Lapu. All right.
So you still go Eve here.
Yeah, Eve.
Eve, Kagura,
There's
Gushin
How about the Savior?
against. Yeah, it's okay.
Because they have Franco and Carry. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why I recommended it.
I'm afraid for the
and then-
Saviors. It's going to take a while.
I think
Yeah.
it's fine if you use Flicker, because if you look at Malaysia, there's no hard catch really.
Yeah.
Although the Akai has heavy spin, he does not like playing into the combo of
Yeah.
Savior.
But of course, Eve is like the easiest option, right?
Yeah.
Among the planes. No, it's not.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's Farsa. We did mention that it could be a potential because the reason why I pick it up versus not me, but some of the teams
Them,
that I
yeah.
some of the
Sometimes
teams
you.
that I handle, sometimes me, I go pick up the Farsa against Valentina and Beatrix is because of the range factor. Where
Yeah.
You win.
yeah, you basically win when it comes to range, right? Just don't show yourself you're gonna be a-okay.
Yeah, but that's my concern. Like
Yeah.
you picked it into
Lapu-Lapu.
Lapu-Lapu
That's
and
also true.
Beatrix.
I
'Cause
mean, if you just look at the first 3 picks, you're okay, but then there's Akai and then there's Lapu-Lapu.
yeah, the amount of resets
Yeah.
and disruptions on the side of Malaysia is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
with Arcangel picking up the Farsa, it's all you can think about it is that he is feeling it. Like
Yeah, I
he's selling to Glindro,
Yeah.
coach. I want to be able to whoop the Beatrix out of the team fight, and I feel like I'm not gonna die this game.
And that's what makes it all the more interesting for Coach Pabs and the gang, because they've drafted in a way that both are actually, how do I say, it's not 100% vision. Like, a lot of your engages are going to be off of, I think I know where they are.
Yeah.
It's not as absolute as in game
Oh,
one.
look at this.
Oh, hello.
Okay, just making sure that Arcangel and Onigo could not steal.
Which is balanced out by the fact that Team Philippines, they're more all-in once a good
Yeah,
hook
yeah,
comes
yeah,
in from
yeah.
Onigo or a final slash from Canon. But Team Malaysia, they have better re-engage.
Can argue, but there's some pokes in the middle. Arcangel gonna be low. Izanami wants to get and dip his hands onto this fight.
Hello.
Saison also showing himself into Canon actually, or Canon. But with 4 heroes of Team Philippines in the middle, 3 from Malaysia, no one died.
Yeah, map's looking like a brawl map round.
Yep,
Now.
it's all mid. It's a
Yeah.
brawl map.
4 heroes in mid. Gold later have their own world.
Yeah.
Usually it was the XP lane before.
Arcangel!
Nice dodge. Nice dodge from Arcangel.
Exactly.
Very good flicker.
I like it. Team Philippines respecting the damage output of an early game Akai.
Yep, that's right. Don't get hit. Malaysia bole.
These spams from Izanami.
Yep,
If you're Inigo, you'd be annoyed.
exactly.
Oh.
Oh, hook again misses from Onigo. Chibi might be prepared for some sort of jump. Have to be careful about this. Sword does have the angle for the knock-up, and there it is. There's a slow as well.
Oh, be careful. You get hooked there.
Exactly.
Chico, guys.
Hopped up.
Whoa.
Wait, that's a lane that's usually just washed. But Rekishano's making work. Maybe because Chico, guys, is kind of afraid. Because look at the battle spell of Rekishano. It's a flicker carry.
It's a flicker carry indeed. And Momo gonna be poked down, which means that there will be 2 ultimates up for Philippines
Ego.
at least. Then you have Farsa in the middle, gonna get the level 4-2, and this might be a free turtle, but in comes Chibi. Wanna go for a hero turn and they
Oh.
get a kill with a decimation. They might even get more, but there is going to be the turtle secured by Philippines. The trade-off is a kill for a turtle.
Yeah, I think it was Onigo trying to engage in the mid lane. He used flicker. Although we did not see it, but he used flicker, and Chibi was like all in, and that gave enough space for Saison to actually just cleanly take the turtle.
And because of that, I'd say Team Philippines have to find a way to convert and use this small advantage that they get cross-map with a turtle. And I'm waiting.
Okay, the pokes.
That's nasty.
Very, very nasty from Canon. He
So
still wants
fine.
to fight this. But up top, they will get a kill on Rekitiano. A very important kill for Team Malaysia.
Yeah.
As that is a gold laner.
Very good kill. This time around, Malaysia recognized the fact that Philippines, all they do is resource trade. Now, Philippines get something, we go gold lane.
That's what I was saying. We're just waiting for a rotation up top, and Canon and Moma had to say, no, how about us? Watch us, watch us.
Yeah.
And that didn't lead to much. No one died.
Arcangel?
Wait, Chibi!
Arcangel gonna be
Oh,
forced to
that's
the flicker.
scary.
Great stun coming up from Arcangel. Now he pops the feather there, strike, and they do have damage. One to Chibi. Saison cleans up. Wanna give for more. And they will poke, but that should be it unless Unigo finds a hook. This time, looking for an angle. Zorn tempting. No chance for Philippines to get a bonus kill afterwards,
Yeah.
but my Arcangel.
Yeah. Again, just resource trade for Philippines. Farza was able to land the stun over Chibi. Was not able to use a decimate, and after that, did not go back to base. He was there for the feathered airstrike, additional layer of damage for Saison, even committing the retribution to make sure that Chibi dies off of that trade.
And that is why they pick up the Farsa, you see? Arcangel says,
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
I am not gonna die.
I ain't gonna die. And so far, so good. 0-0-1 for Arcangel and already making the plays. Malaysia, though, they have very strong contention. Even when they're trailing behind when it comes to EXP, they have a Franco ultimate that was stolen by Izanami. You also have Zorn utilizing the Akai, so this could be a potential contention for Malaysia.
That's what I'm saying. They're winning fights or at least getting good engages without the heavy spin. Here it is!
Too early. Might be.
Feathered airstrike.
Unigo gonna be able to get out. They cancel the feathered airstrike as well, but now they control some part of the turtle dance that we're seeing now from Malaysia. Saison threatening, but will lose the battle. The retribution onto Malaysia is better this time, and with 5 members of Team Philippines not succeeding on their attempt, now Malaysia will take some of the momentum.
Yeah, quite an early trigger on the heavy spin, but that is, you can say the same thing as well for Arcangel. He only popped feathered airstrike for 1 single hit, and Malaysia fully committing on that turtle kill, like the ultimate coming out from Chico, guys, alongside the burst damage from Chibi with the retribution. Although Saison did try to layer it with the Phantom Execution, Chibi was able to get the retribution, the turtle.
Yep. You gotta note as well the discipline of Izanami to not pop the ult that he stole just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Given that, I think they were, again, you see here the confidence of Chibi, right? You see here that even if the heavy spin was used too soon.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he gets spit down!
Oh, then comes the Bennett's Rage though to zone out the members of Team Philippines. That means Chibi will be able to survive with the help of his teammates. Zorn staying in the vicinity, does have the ultimate. Or will be stunned up by Arcangel. In comes the push though from Team
That's
Malaysia.
though. Heading
It was
up.
more than enough. That's gonna be Momo. Also holding on to a bush, and that is mission accomplished from Team Malaysia.
Yeah, this is the change of mission from game 1. Now we start targeting the gold lane, but this is really annoying from Philippines. Now they switch it up. You go trade on the XP. So Canon, instead of joining the fight, he actually pushed bottom lane tower. That'll get more resource on the map.
That came to no expense though. I think that was great. Team Philippines understood the situation.
Yep.
Unigo didn't have a bite, so they just tried to minimize their losses.
The flicker once again.
Tough boots.
Oh, the tough boots really playing in.
Coming into
Big
play.
factor for Unigo. That means he was able to flicker out twice.
Yeah, twice now in a row. And then you go, oh,
Okay.
Chico, guys! Okay, Hook's not there.
Was so critical.
Yeah.
They want to still fight this, knowing that the Lapu-Lapu is there. Momo gotta cut the backlines. Rikichano able to flicker out, and in comes the Nigo just walking right past the Bennett's Rage. Might go down because of this. That once again. The footwork from Unigo not gonna be enough.
The bite?
Right now, in comes the bite for more damage.
Bottom
Still
lane though.
goes down.
Bottom lane again. Space.
Bottom
Space.
time converted into a turtle, and it's just a roamer. Would you assume and would you say that this was according to plan all along? Because look, even the orange is in trouble.
Oh,
Okay,
my
retribution.
God.
All right, Chibi's got it.
Oh my god. Philippines. 5 letters. S-P-A-C-E.
Space. Oh, Saison gonna be able to get out himself. Canon is gonna be taking some damage, and that's the flicker out. They want
Stolen
to go
bite.
for the rover, but the fighter slash coming up from Canon once again saves Team Philippines. They get a bonus kill afterwards. Zorn gonna be hooked down. No damage for now. Coming up from Arcangel. Zorn gets out. GB as well. Canon still looking for an angle. The stun is gonna be there. The resets too. But no more supplement coming out from Team Philippines as they take a bonus kill onto Izanami and might even be a push. The final slash once again connects. Momo out. Why did you stay there? And here comes the hook coming up from Indigo. Chico guys with the dash. Chippy to save his teammate. Flickers out on Team Philippines. They didn't have any minions. That's why they get out.
If anything, Team Philippines got more than they asked for. Nice push up top by Saison as well. Midnight, talk me through the item game.
Well, there's so much things happening on the map. I wouldn't want to highlight Saison's item build here. This Thunder Belt is causing a lot of problems for Malaysia. Whenever the Lancelot fights, the slows are there, the damage is there as well, and it adds another layer of aggression coming out from Philippines. But in the mid lane, Canon with the final slashes, Izanami did not expect that at all. He was crossing the border without his own permission. Like, Kanon was like, okay, go here. You go here. And he did it twice.
And here
He
we're
did it
seeing
once against Momo.
shades of what may have been a
Sword.
communications breakdown from game 1.
Preemptive heavy spin actually catches Arcangel. Do they have the damage for this? Yes, they will. Look at Kanon.
Oh, the stun!
Still connecting. Chico guys gonna be in critical position. He flickers out. Kanon still wants
He
to
can
chase.
connect.
They
He can
can
connect.
actually reset because of the stun. Saison as well is in here. Chico guys in trouble. He goes down. Saison onto the backline. Izanami out. 2 kills for Team Philippines. Kanon tries to survive for now. The vengeance. And look at the juggle coming up from Team Philippines. JB needs to get out. And out to the bottom, they even
Again.
achieve more.
The split.
Macro from Team Philippines is too high.
The split on the map. And did you see that play from Kanon? Using the first skill to land marks onto the minion just to close the gap against the Beatrix. He had no flicker at that time. So he was like, okay, I'll use your minions to get close. He used the Vengeance without a mark against the Beatrix, by the way. And the trust was there. Saison was also able to go and kill the Beatrix.
They have the Lot brothers. That's why they
Yeah.
were able to reset
The
the
Lot-
dashes.
And the TZ brothers as well.
Oh,
The brand new TZ brothers.
Oh my goodness.
Free Lord for Team Philippines here, propelling them up 4K here, just under 10 minutes. With all the commotion up top, there was a lot of space bought by Saison down bottom.
Yeah.
And it made the lower quarter, actually, the whole damn lower quarter, free for Team Philippines.
Oh my. Philippines, they're owning micro right now, and they're owning macro as well. Again, that map movement from Philippines. You know, the Franco and the carry could have joined that fight. You might say that you could have pushed top lane, but Rekishano recognizes that there's more resources on bottom lane. There's no reason to walk towards top lane, spend 10 seconds of doing nothing. We can just chill here.
yeah. This means that they will have the advantage pushing up top. A lot of gold as well. Bottom lane gonna be naturally pushing because of the Lord in that spot. And the entirety of Team Philippines eyeing for more kills in here.
More importantly, they put the gold in the right place. They put it on Saison, who wants to be behind enemy lines, and they put it on Rekichano,
Ouch.
who is packing
Chico.
dynamite in every single light wheel they throw. Lord marching down through
Onigo's
bottom.
Onigo's flicker. Now Chibi is gonna be clear out the minion wave in the middle. Gonna be answered by Team Philippines. And when it
Oh!
comes time, and it comes down, it connects, and they have the damage. Chibi out. Look at the Finer Slash stolen coming up from Izanami. Not gonna net a kill for Team Malaysia, but they do hang on.
Yeah, it's just the artists that they lost in exchange for the Bloody Hunt and Flicker from Onigo, and the Lord was actually dealt with on the bottom lane. So Malaysia's still holding their ground, but this carry is getting bigger by the minute. Already has the items that he needs to join the fight.
And just the same, Team Philippines doesn't have to rush anything here. They know that Team Malaysia has a great high ground defense.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at
Saison!
Saison! Connecting onto Saison.
Oh!
Saison! Takes on Chico, guys! Gonna be pinned down! Top foot's gonna be in play! He gets out! Oh no! That's gonna be disastrous. Team Malaysia losing their main wave clear.
He drew Malaysia a map to victory. And he was like, okay, I found the Beatrix. And that was allowed by Arcangel. The Feathered Airstrike actually reduced the HP down of Chico, guys.
Exactly.
And Malaysia could not respond because they did not see that coming.
Oh.
Oh, the
Conceal
conceal
play.
play. Indeed. Canon in front. Hook gonna land. Chibi is gonna be pinned down because of the bite. It goes the final slash as well. They forced out. But Rakitiano, he actually just focused on the turret.
Oh my goodness, the macro again and the micro. That Lancelot play, micro, my goodness. Regisiano not choosing to go for the fight, but choosing to just take the objectives, take the resource battle, and now Philippines, they're up by 8K, at least 8K.
You know what they say, right? You aim for the moon, so even if you fail, you land among the stars. That's exactly what happened for Team Philippines,
Exactly.
right? They wanted to get some turret pushes. They got some kills along the way. It wasn't as fast as I think they wanted it to go, but they ended up with a push up, down, and of course now just mid standing
And
up.
a purple.
It's gonna be free. Yeah, did they steal it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
Arcangel.
Arcangel, and he already has Lightning Truncheon, full stack COD, and a Divine Glaive. This
Oh.
damage output is gonna be absurd from Arcangel.
12-minute Lord for Team Philippines holding on to the aggro. Zorn and Chibi. Again, Chibi.
Onigo!
Onigo wants to go for the play, and they do bite down Momo, and that's gonna be massive. Great mind sweeping coming out from Team Philippines, and they have found a valid target. The treasure was there. Saison forcing out Chibi. And who holds up the Lord? It's gonna be Rekitiano. That means Team Philippines can just take the Lord for themselves.
That was such an informative call by Philippines. They did see the Lapu-Lapu like 20 seconds prior to taking the purple buff. And after that, they counted the heroes. They counted the information that they had. And Onigo knew somebody had to show up on the top side.
They knew their outs. They knew that Team Malaysia was going to look for an angle. This is the same situation Team Malaysia found themselves in Game 1. It was an odd engage that most other teams wouldn't force. But Team Malaysia, they always do that with Momo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at the stats here.
The damage, he was feeling it.
He was definitely feeling it. Top damage for now. Top gold.
Saison again, drawing the map.
Oh, look at the fire surge going to 2. Enough to get the kill. Izanami very quickly. Team Philippines with a surprise attack. Saison survives the damage output of Chico, guys.
Oh my goodness, Arcangel.
Quite low. In comes Arcangel. Wings by wings. Wants to look for a stun. Not gonna find it, but they do take out the turret. In the middle. Chibi. Oh, look at Talon. Fire surge gonna miss for now. And they will be able to clear. Again, Malaysia on the defense. Back against the ropes. And they are thriving in this kind of situation. For now, Onigo very far off with the hook, as well as Arcangel. Again, Malaysia, delaying tactics.
Ouch!
They know it's not a fight that they can take. Onigo's waiting for his bloody hunt, and Izanami has respawned. It's not a good force for Team Philippines.
Yeah, you saw that damage from Arcangel with the Divine Glaive. Momo took one hit, it took 1/4 away of his life. 4 shots of that, Lapu-Lapu dies.
But just the same, Momo could have used that. He could have baited it out since Izanami is back. A single flicker plus an ult steal could have turned it around from Team Philippines. Team Philippines knows this too well. They have been dropped into second seed.
The blind!
Oh, catch.
Okay.
That was
That's a little bit of an oops out there coming out from Team Philippines. Great idea, but they weren't able to land the combo.
yeah. It was a great start. Did not finish the task.
We're about a minute away from this 15-minute Lord. Not evolved quite yet. No enhanced attacks. And with that being said, look at the angle Momo's taken again. I wonder if the Philippines knows this and if they're going to, again, figuratively and literally bite the bullet if they're going to hunt him down.
Onigo with the threatening hooks. GB gonna be able to dodge it. In comes the conceal play. They know that somebody's here. Kanon wants to lead the charge. In comes the stun, but GB dodges it. Crowd control immunity going in favor of the Martis, but the final slash again, Kanon. Oh my goodness, game sense over Team Philippines. In comes Saison doing the damage, but he needs to get out.
You know what's great about that play? Philippines timed it around the purple buff, so they knew perfectly well somebody had to show up on that skirmish. Even though the guy that they saw will try to run away, they will still get 3 resources. Again, it's just a resource battle for Philippines.
Opening it up, and despite that gambit not working out, the Malaysians can breathe a little easier, given that they are getting out of their base more often now. They have a wave in mid and a wave down bottom, and of course up top, barely in equilibrium, barely inside their base. A pull here by Team Philippines. Saison, look at the control of this bush by Onigo!
Oh my god, and then comes the hook.
The
They have
turn!
the bloody they have the damage from the carry. They take him out. Immortality gonna be popped, but that will not be enough. Malaysia loses their jungler. Momo spotted as well. That means Kanon and Onigo will just zone him out, and then comes the Lord take for Team Philippines.
This is amazing housekeeping from the Filipinos. After the hook lands on Chibi, after the bloody hunt, he did not join when the Martis was respawning. He was like, okay, I'll check all the rest of the bush. Making sure that there's no response coming out on the side of Malaysia.
There was nothing Chibi was planning to do there. The rest of Team Malaysia were, I'd say, far off. What was he hoping for? At best, a steal? I think Chibi could have communicated that better, and now he's about 5 seconds off. Good thing is, Lord's gonna spawn for a while. Lord just came out now, and I'd say this is still defendable from Team Malaysia.
We'll see. Malaysia has been very good at these defenses.
First off, they got to steal Feather Strike.
Well, that's true.
And they don't have the final smash. It's on the side of Philippines now.
Okay. Philippines at 11,000
What?
gold
Bloody-
lead.
bloody
Kanon
stacks.
starting this up with just the pokes. Izanami onto the right side, but in comes the conceal play. In comes the bite, the bloody hunt. They cancel.
Oh,
Actually, Arcangel
Chico!
ultimate. Zorn with the pin down onto the backlines. They might have damage. They can force to use the wind of nature as he gets out. And Malaysia, just look at that. Galon landing onto 2. The damage is there. They take out the Tsunami. But the trade was there for Team Malaysia. They take out the Arlet. Defense from Malaysia once again proving to be true. Momo onto the backlines, really far back.
Oh.
Sword doesn't have the ultimate. Damage from Saison
Momo.
might be enough. They're
Look at
forcing
Momo.
him. He flickers out. He dies. Arcangel with a 2-man Predator airstrike, but he will be cancelled for now.
Oh
He uses the
my
wall to get out, and now Momo is out. The trade-off.
Whoa.
Get Yano by burst down. Coming up from the Beatrix. Saison needs to run. Chibi gonna be able to defend. Malaysia. Oh my goodness, the defense once again.
There was so many spells thrown out at the right order. Malaysia almost losing out on Chico, guys. But Sorn was there for the heavy spin, delayed the last stick of the Veteran Airstrike over Chico, guys. And again, Momo, that rotation outside the base to be able to catch Arcangel off guard. Even though the Farza was able to get away with an amazing truncheon and wings by wings play over the wall, Chico, guys, surviving means Malaysia is able to fight inside the base.
And because of that, we're here again, approaching the 20-minute mark. Chico, guys, he has died a couple of times, but he's still farming up. He's on top of the charts here, folks. Team Philippines, despite them being 6K ahead, Malaysia are packing heat. And again, inside their base, much like in Game 1 of this best of 5, much like a lot of their games, actually, here in Seagames 2023, they are holding on. And look at
Ouch.
now,
Ouch.
the newfound confidence by Chibi.
Well, that hurts.
This is the farthest Team Malaysia have strayed out of their base in a
Exactly.
while.
Oh,
Top lane though, they will see a hero here. This is the turn!
the turn, and then comes the bloody hunt. Do they have enough damage for Chibi? Looks like they have, because Sakichan is there. Chibi left alone. He will be taken out too easily for Team Philippines.
Saison!
And Saison already eyeing for an additional kill on to Zorn, but this is perfect timing because guess what? The Lord
Lord is
has
up.
spawned.
Oh my goodness, Philippines, with all these informations, these macro decisions, they know that somebody will show up inside the base of Malaysia because the minion wave were pushing on the top lane. And on Yigo, perfect timing on the Bloody Hunt as well.
That's a 20-minute Lord scored here by Team Philippines. It's just a matter of time.
They do have, well, they do have the Lord, and we saw that in game number 1 and the start of game number 2 that it might not matter. This time Malaysia are being very crafty with their defense, right?
And that's one of the best things Team Malaysia's actually packing.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, their average game time here in SEAGames is actually quite high.
Okay,
that's
okay.
true.
And yes, their superstar triggers may come up at different timings, but I'd say they're just getting better and better by the game.
Yeah, and again, Sorn keeps finding these, I would say not game-winning, but game-defending plays. They're able to reset
Love it.
the momentum of Philippines. Concealed play coming off from Inigo.
Yep. They will not land the hook this time, but Saison still wants to go for the kill, Chibi. And be forced like that. Momo gonna be canceling Arcangel. So
Bloody
that
Hunt!
means the Bloody Hunt is gonna connect. Damage coming out from Team Philippines, not there yet. And the entirety of Team Malaysia wants to just defend. Middle gonna be held by Chibi as well as Sword. Momo receiving so much. The final slash stole the base. The damage is gonna be there, but that might mean that Philippines will have damage. No, they won't. They have to get out. They might be able to push down the base. Momo taken out as well. In comes Rekachano, take out Izanami, and now they do have the damage. Onigo faces the base.
Rekachano!
The base, but the stun, the lockup. Oh my goodness, Spin of Nature just right in the mode.
Mode, yeah. Here we go. Let's get back into the matchup. Possibly the last match we see, because if Team Malaysia don't pull anything out of the bag, then the Philippines bag the gold
They
medal.
snatch the carry. That's the first step for Team Malaysia. Not sure if it will be good because there's a lot of counters for that hero. And what you can do if you're Team Philippines is just go dive. You go take the Lapu-Lapu now even. Like Lapu-Lapu and Eve.
Farsa Lapu-Lapu,
Farsa Lapu.
Eve Lapu-Lapu, Valentina for Arcangel.
Arlot is also there, by the way.
Kadita is even there.
Yep. There's an argument that can be made for Arlot versus the carry just because of how strong the carry is when it comes to a 1v1. But of course, it's generally very good against many compositions. So it's just telegraphed. Valentina Arlot.
Oh my, this hurts Izanami. Like, how do you deal with this? The only choice that you have left is Eve and Farsa.
Yep.
And even then, with those two, you're still susceptible to being, being disrupted by the Arlot.
Yep. I wonder if if Malaysia will just go back to those single target guaranteed stuns for Zorn so that they can take advantage of this carry. For example, you can go Cho as well as the Franco if he plays it well, right? Because I think it's a general idea on why you want to pick up this carry. You need a supplement, right? And Fredrin, of course, is going to be there.
Either way, I think they'll have to wait for the second phase for that. And
That's right.
it's not like Team Malaysia are rushing and no wait.
There you go.
They
There you
are.
go.
Maybe it's that same change of pace.
Okay.
Oh.
I talked about this earlier during game number 2. It's
my
a
goodness.
in this series, it's a possibility that we see Hilgert picked on the third phase just because of how much Malaysia reacted. Now, your main problem is you don't have sustain on this Fredrin.
Yes.
We've seen this in the previous match. The Helker just demolishes, eats up the Fredrin.
Yep.
Even with the crystallized energy, he does not care at all. And the Franco will have a hard time during the Dark Knight Falls. And I feel like for Philippines, if you want to play fast-paced aggression, like what Wolves mentioned, go Harith Gold Lane.
Yep. Harith might, not really might, but actually can man up against the carry. And I've noticed, I think that Team Philippines noticed that there's a value in Hilkert because of the silence as well against Fredrin.
Yeah.
Because Fredrin is, even when he's a very, brawl type of hero, low spammable, still is spell dependent.
Yep.
He needs to learn the skills.
His basic attack is very little.
Exactly.
So if you're able to
Exactly.
silence him for maybe even just a second,
Exactly. It's enough.
makes or breaks a team
And
fight.
that's true with Franco too.
Like, what do you do with Fredrin Franco? Like, you hook, okay, no follow spell. Fredrin, you dash it, okay, I'm silenced.
That's right.
I can use my energy eruption, meaning lesser access
Exactly.
to the Appraiser's
And-
Wrath. So I think this is a very good choice by Philippines. This is not just, we're not just piling on Malaysia's draft. It just tells you how good the Hellcat pick was on the third third slot.
Now looking at Team Malaysia's approach
No,
here.
Atlas, I would have said
Counter.
Atlas. It was great.
Counter,
Yep.
it was
Low
either
hanging
Guang or
fruit.
Atlas.
It's a low hanging fruit for Team Philippines.
I was gonna say, was it worth it to choke out Unigo's choices? But apparently the Atlas still made it through. Now Team
Now
Malaysia,
they realize the threat.
yeah, they're gonna lean hard on it, and this is the best way for you to actually pivot.
Don't you just go Claude or Harith here?
Claude is great.
Either
Either.
Or.
something tells me this gives me flashbacks to Indonesia versus Myanmar. This is how Team Myanmar, through the guidance of Coach Zaya, just had a surplus of choices despite
Exactly.
Team Indonesia attacking their draft.
There you go. Harith
Yeah.
called it.
It's so telegraphed, dude. I mean, I think that Team Philippines have got this in the draft. Like, even
All blue
when
heroes.
you can argue that Eve, you're left with really no choice. Surely you will be able to still pop the real world manipulation, but the fact that you are freely hitting, right? Helker can just jump to the backlines, choose between carry or Eve. You have free stacks with the passive of the Helker because of the Eve being stationary. And the fact that you can just pop your ultimate to kind of destroy the backlines, it's going to be good. I mean, the Franco cannot freely hook here. Because what you do is that if there's a hook, you would want the Atlas to go flicker in and then pop the Dark Knight Falls. It's checkmate already.
Yeah, again, imagine fighting into Dark Knight Falls, a silence, a slow from the Zaman Force, unlimited dashes,
All right, we're talking about
and
best
then a final
case
slash.
scenario for Team Philippines because again, we have seen this executed. There is practice, there are reps on it. Now Team Malaysia, the way they drafted, they've played around with what they have, especially with such a powerful first phase. We'll see how they execute. We'll see if they're able to take it far enough.
Well,
What a start.
what a start. Again, Zorn, you need to land those hooks. Much needed the entirety of the game.
Well, it's kind of forgivable for Philippines to do that because they did just see Eve from the bottom lane, so they were kind of like putting some pressure on Zorn. They're not willing to actually do the XP support thing themselves.
Yep.
He's letting Onigo take level 2.
No. Let's address the elephant in the room. It's not the swap that we were expecting. Another hook.
Okay.
It's Momo, the
Yeah,
Martis on
exactly.
the XP lane.
That's actually what I was looking at. But, of course, with all of the posts that's happening in the middle, you can see that Team Malaysia will be relying on perhaps what made them very successful in way before. It's like they're put in a spot where, okay, we have a bag of tricks in a deep pool of bag of tricks. This time, okay, Martis onto Momo.
It's a decent laner against Arlund. However, I worry about the Fredrin against Hellkirk.
That's what we are seeing right now. Chibi, his initial rotation onto the XP lane, actually, now he had to TP out, so that's not really a good sign.
Well, good news, bad news. He did reach level 4, so he is going to be able to walk on to this first turtle, contest it.
Yeah.
But still, I am flabbergasted. It's not the swap that we were expecting, because again, I thought you wanted
Yeah.
to shore up
Yes.
that Hellkurt matchup.
Exactly.
I wonder what they're thinking with Momo here on the Martis.
I think it's Malaysia saying that we need more over the Arlet. Because the Fredrin against Arlet, you're just allowing Arlet to scale up. With
Right.
Martis, you can actually disrupt the Arlet,
slight
especially
win.
with the Flicker on Momo. He can actually do some
Whoa.
damage on the back line.
Momo already starting with some pokes onto Canon, but Arcangel actually gets into a
Oh.
top lane. Legichano, telegraphed, you know that the Hyrule is gonna win. And he wins nonetheless. Onto the turtle fight, that's gonna be the Hellcurt to secure that
Fatal
turtle.
Links.
Unigo with the Fatal Links, Momo out. They want to go for more. Chibi low. Gonna be chased down by Canon. He knows that his ultimate is gonna be cooling down in just a little bit.
Oh.
Pokes might be there. Canon gonna be thwarted by Izanami. Final slash connects. Saison actually misses the jump, and that meant that Zorn will land the hook. Malaysia finds something out of that team fight.
Was limit testing. I'm pretty sure he was just going off of instinct and as well adrenaline, being one game away from taking home a gold. I was gonna say, is Arcangel happy with the decimate in that last team fight? I think he jumped onto someone with it.
Yeah, you know, Philippines, they have so many skills to cover the turtle. Dark Knight Falls, Fatal Links, and Rekishana with the solo kill on the top lane. That's actually crucial. I love the battle spell choice here. Flicker, you need to play aggressive against Malaysia. If you play passive, we saw that matchup earlier, yesterday with Carry playing more aggressive than the Harith, they would just take you to late game. So Philippines, they recognize the fact that they have to play fast here, because if they don't, you're playing into Carry territory.
Which is basically Team Malaysia with their change of pace and their change of priorities. Philippines just answered back!
There is the Fatal Links, and there's the hook to counter Unigo. Unigo gonna be down for sure. Canon wants to go for a fight. Actually, deals enough damage to Izanami.
Oh.
Hellkurt pops the ultimate, and now they have found the opening onto Sword. They want to transfer to the Franco, but it comes Chibi to defend.
solo
Up
kill.
top, a solo kill coming out from the Harris.
Whoa.
Momo misses with a touch from Canon, and now they get a kill. Saison with the burst. Now Momo gets one with the decimation, runs away into safety. Philippines finds 2 kills.
Again, just to put it into context, anecdotally, if you are a Martis and you have a Mortal Coil and you have those dashes stocked up in a Decimate and then it goes Dark Knight Falls, that's miserable. That is a sad 2 seconds for a Martis that could have snowballed.
Onigo though, on the top lane, they're not letting any breathing room for this Carry.
Oh, Zord still wants to go for the hook.
Frozen.
Very bold against Team Philippines. They are able to defend for now, but the turtle is going to be controlled by Team Philippines.
Saison and Regishana, they're having fantastic game here on very important cores as well on the side of Philippines. Canon!
Whoa.
And wants to initiate. Final Slash not going to hit. Inigo looking for an angle for the Fatal Link. Saison holds on, pops the ultimate and the silence, and it gets retribution. Now they gang up on to the Frederick.
Fatal
Frederick goes
Links.
out. My goodness, Saison, he knows how to use the Hellkurt to a different dimension now.
And you know what? That Dark Knight Falls, it's not just silence over Chibi, just make sure that he does not dash away. That's also disable on the Retribution. You're not going to be able to use it. And then Nigo flickering in, just to be able to ensure the kill onto the Fredrin.
As if it wasn't bad enough. You also cannot even see what's around you.
Yeah.
You don't know how many opponents
Yeah,
are there. I mean,
that's
you
right.
can remember, right? But also, check it out. Throughout the chaos up top, Malaysia able to push a turret down bottom.
Yeah. So, kind of like the game from Philippines on game number 1, game number 2, you do the resource trade.
Yeah.
But Philippines is just getting more. Rekishana already has Feather of Heaven.
Yep.
5 minutes, 12 seconds.
And they transfer into the mid lane. So this could be good for Team Malaysia, as it means that it might be able to threaten for a top turret push.
Whoa.
But Team Philippines, Dark Knight Falls, they jump on the Eve, they have the silence, they take it out. Izanami, now Chico guys, left in no man's land, he's taken out. The Fatal Links connects up to 1. And that is surely a kill, a double even for Saison.
Team Philippines using their kit to maximum efficiency. You see how Unigo held on right
Yeah.
before the very last minute?
Yeah. It was like Inigo knew that Purify would come out from
Here's
Chico
more.
guys.
Oh, the Final Slash has to commit the flicker, but now they found an even better target. Jungler out for Team Malaysia. Philippines on a roll.
Midnight, this is the fastest we've seen Team Philippines go all series long.
Ooh, the Cyclone Knight play. Yeah, you were saying.
How did they decide to clutch this quickly? Was it all because of the draft, or did they just say, let's do it?
Well, they are going to be doing it. Look at the kick on to Canon. He's going to be taken out for now. Saison going to be controlled. Uses the lifesteal to take out his Anabit to stay alive in the silence. On to Zorn meant that there will not be anything afterwards. They
my
lose.
goodness.
Canon, however, as they were taken out by Team Malaysia. But that means that Philippines will control this turtle once more. Terrified, Fatal Links, all of the control was there and the damage. Oh my goodness, Chibi just can't find an opening.
You know what? This is just an amplified Hellcard. Saison opted to go for the jungle emblem just to make sure that he farms fast enough because he wants to be able to join. He does not care about the killing spree at all. He does not need the extra HP. What they need here is time and efficiency. And with this adjustments, they have
making
so much
the D-line up top. Chico guys out once again. Zorn lands the hook onto Canon. They have the damage after, of course, the bloody hunt and the turret damage. That is just a kill. But, of course, that is the 5th death onto Chico guys.
Yeah, so the speed that Team Philippines is coming at here, 7 minutes in, comes at a price.
Yeah.
It's 5-14 now. They have traded away 2
Oh,
turrets.
Saison.
And yeah, Team Malaysia here trying to catch Saison off guard.
Almost
Small
forgot
win, because again, they forced the ult, and then
Yep.
they got a Little Wanderer. A minute away till Lord.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, how is it going to reach critical mass? How is Team Malaysia going to replicate the same late game potential that they had in game 1 and 2 if Chico guys is saying, as you put, 5 deaths now?
Yeah, it's kind of a passive lineup as well. Like you don't have the best kits in terms of protecting the carry, and your main problem, it's not even the Hellcard. Rekishano, the Harith.
And another problem. Up top,
Chibi.
Chibi lands the good taunt onto Canon, but that means that Philippines will just clear out the
Yeah.
minions and take out the turret up top.
You know, the biggest power spike that Malaysia will have to face is the Holy Crystal pickup that can't come out from the Harith.
Yep.
So much damage, so much magic damage from Team Philippines.
And Saison will now have the ultimate. That will be 20 seconds before the next Lord, or the first Lord of the game. Malaysia, they need to reach the late game for sure. Once again, they'll have to rely on their defense. And everybody else from Team Philippines are just sweeping all the bushes now so that they will know that there will be no defense whatsoever in Team Malaysia.
Hard to fight into this as well. Oh, Canon!
Does not land the stun. Onigo onto the front lines. Arcangel gonna be controlled a little bit.
Oh.
There comes the hook, but that's the Atlas. You don't want to be in the spot. And it comes the Fire Slash to displace the members of Malaysia. That's 2 out. Zorn is super low. Gonna be safe for now, but will be taken up by Riquitiano. The cleanup. But now up top, Chibi is gonna be the target. Canon. And the rest of the gang will take out one and no exchange whatsoever because of the fact that the Hellcard popped the ultimate.
Lord took all in about 7 seconds from the Hellcard.
Just him.
Just him. This is the power of the Jungle Emblem on Hellcard and the amount of damage that he has right now. And mind you, Malaysia fought into that. They started their own terms, and Philippines still came out on top. That was because of the gold lead. This is just the sheer gold difference between both sides. And Harith was so big as well. He was hitting 1,500 magic damage per hit.
One might wonder what the call was because, yes, Zorn did get a great hook, but before that, Momo was actually spotted by Arcangel.
Exactly.
It was Arcangel who bush-checked Momo, and I'm guessing there should have been some communications,
Momo.
right? It's very similar situation as this one, but as you said, Midnight, it was off of the back of Rekitiano's Harith. He loves those tight spaces where the Zaman Force is basically half the battlefield.
Look at Inigo. Look at
Oh,
Inigo.
he pops the ultimate, but they want to go for a play. From Inigo, catches 2 with the Fatal Links, and now depth damage. Hellcard pops the ultimate so that there will be no vision, and they take out more. Chibi out, the turret up top, super duper low. Even after the holy defense, it will not be enough to clear out the minions in top and in middle.
look at him! Zorn!
What a DPS is going to be enough. The deadly poison stinger to end the life of Malaysia for now. No minions. But it will be enough. Rekitiano finish it up, and that's gold for Philippines once again.
3 years straight, the Philippines have been on top of the Seagames in MLBB. Earlier this year, they took the World Championships, and now, with Arcangel taking his 2nd gold medal in his career, the Philippines stands tall. GG, well played.